Netflix. It has a lot of content. And it looks like every day they're putting out more and more Netflix originals. And that's good, because we have choice. But sometimes, because of that choice, we can't really decide what to watch next. We usually end up watching something that our friends recommended, or something that everyone's talking about. Basically, the popular stuff. If you go on Netflix and search for some new content on your own, what you might find might be good. And if it's good, that feeling is really satisfying. But if it turns out bad, it can be bad. Because trust me, Netflix has a lot of bad content.
Three French fries, 2-for-1 ham specials, and asparagus from Yogan's Grocery.
So to solve this problem, I'm going to be telling you about 10 Netflix original shows and movies that are really good but aren't really talked about as much as they should be. And don't worry, I want you to experience these movies and shows on your own. So I won't be spoiling anything. So let's get into the list. And you know what? Let's go top 10 style. Because why not? So, number 10 on my list is this awesome Paul Rudd show called Living With Yourself. It has a 7.8 IMDb right now. And it's really good. It has a really unique concept. So what happens is this Paul Rudd's character, Miles, is really depressed and done with life. He's failing in his job, in his relationship, and basically all aspects of life. And then he goes to the spa by the recommendation of a friend, and something happens. See, now I don't want to spoil anything for you, so just watch this clip from the trailer, okay?
I woke up in a spa, went to work, and came home. I woke up in a grave, and then I walked for 6 hours to find whatever the fuck you are. Now there's two me's.
But there's one life. So, what do you suggest we do?
Interesting, right? So what I like about this show is the acting. Of course, Paul Rudd, he's so charming. The direction, mind-blowing. The script is awesome. The cinematography is pretty good. And the screenplay is at places just mind-blowing. And you might be thinking, wait, that's basically everything. So what's left? Exactly! Go watch it. It's awesome.
No, it's fine.
Now, number 9 on my list is this show called The Designated Survivor. It has a 7.5 IMDb right now, and it's a political thriller. So basically, if you are anyone who liked House of Cards, or maybe even enjoyed the political parts of movies like Civil War, or especially Captain America: The Winter Soldier, you should definitely check this show out. Basically, it's about this guy who is a lower level ministry official in the government, and when due to a bomb blast the entire government is blown up, this guy becomes the president of the United States. And of course, because he doesn't know anything, right? He was a low level official, and now he's the president of the United States. No one wants him to be there, but he's there. It's a political thriller. Go and check it out.
Congress, Cabinet. Eagle is gone. Sir, you are now the president of the United States.
This guy's never been elected to anything.
Did you know President Richmond fired him this morning? Now he's the president. Maybe he'll realize he has no business running the country.
What the hell am I doing here? I'm not the guy for this.
Now, the next one is a show that is the textbook definition of what you can call underrated. A show called Travelers. This show is sitting right now at a 8.1 IMDb score, and check this out. It has a perfect 100% Rotten Tomato score. What? This show is a thriller. It's a drama, but most importantly, it's sci-fi. Sci-fi! So basically the plot revolves around this detective who suddenly discovers these 4 people who have gained new personalities, it seems. And that's how, little by little, he comes to know about the humanity's future. This show involves a lot of time travel stuff. You know what this show feels like? This show feels like if Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was directed by Christopher Nolan. That's how good it is. Definitely check this one out. It's the most recommended one.
In our time, many years from now, humanity's been all but wiped out. We've come back to change that.
Huh.
3 seconds.
Up next, we actually have the first film in our list. So, sitting at number 7 is this film called The Half of It. And from the plot, so the plot is basically there's this very intelligent girl in a school called Ellie Chu, and there's this jock who's pretty dumb, at least seems to be dumb, and he asks Ellie Chu's help to write him letters for his crush. And you might be like, yeah, I've seen that kind of plot around 100 times before. I know. It seems like just another teen drama or a teen comedy, like we have had Sierra Burgess is a loser before. The plot sounds pretty similar, right? But you know what this film was actually good at? It takes the cliches and stereotypes from all those films and tears them apart. This film has good writing, intelligent scenes, and very well-defined characters. And at the end of the day, it makes you feel for the characters. Not in a superficial way, like a lot of other films, but an actual human being, empathy kind of way. This film is much recommended.
What do you like about Aster?
She's pretty and smart. What else could I like about her?
I don't know. How her eyes look right into yours. How you can live in an ocean of her thoughts and she really knows.
I'm so stupid.
I just meant...
You like Aster?
The next film on this list is actually one that I was a little conflicted about if whether I should put it on this list or not. Because on one hand, it was contending for the Oscars this year in the animated feature film category. But on the other hand, I haven't actually seen a lot of people talk about it yet. So I thought I might as well put it out there, tell you people to actually go and check it out. It's a film on number 6, Klaus. It's an animated film, but a must watch, I must say. This is the film that you have to see. First of all, it's an Oscar nominated movie. Why would you want to miss that? Secondly, and more importantly, it's a good movie. Why would you want to miss that? The plot of the movie basically revolves around this postman's son who is very bad at his job, and it has something to do with the legend of Santa Claus and how it got tied to Christmas. It's a very human film and it's a little comic booky in the sense you have to have a lot of suspension of disbelief, but still it's a very, very good film with very human characters. Definitely worth checking out.
Hello? Jesper Johansson, postman. Mr. Klaus.
You have a gift. You were meant for making toys. So I figured if you donate your old toys, I'll deliver them for free.
Tonight, I go with you.
There's no need for you to come with me, really.
Now, before we get any further, let me just tell you, all the stuff that we'll be discussing from now on will be a little more niche. Till now we have been discussing stuff that has been a little more universal. You know, whether it be thrillers, sci-fi stuff, or animated films. But now, we're getting into stuff that not everyone might like. But hey, stick around. Maybe you find something perfect for you. So, on number 5, we have this awesome series called A Series of Unfortunate Events. This is probably the most famous IP on this entire list because it's based on a number of very, very famous books called Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. And also we had a movie based on the books in which Jim Carrey was playing the lead role. So hey, it's a pretty popular IP. But still, especially in India, I don't feel a lot of people talk about this enough. So basically the plot is that these 3 kids who lose their parents in a fire have to be allotted to someone, right? Like they have to be given guardians. This cruel theatre actor named Count Olaf wants to take the orphans in so that he can have all the property and the money that their parents had. So how it works is each book is 2 episodes and within 3 seasons they cover all the books that Lemony Snicket wrote. It has some of the most unique characters, weird dialogues, strange situations, and if you're someone who like quirky comedies, this is a must watch.
Your parents have perished in a terrible fire. Perished means killed.
We know what perished means.
When the sand runs out, that fortune is mine.
I didn't realize the sand went so quickly. I bought it online. You're gonna need to flip it a couple of times.
Your parents and I...
We used to develop our own secret codes.
Our parents developed secret codes.
In my library, you will find all the answers that you need.
Speaking of quirky comedies, up next in number 4, right alongside something like A Series of Unfortunate Events, is Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. This is a crazy show with, eccentric characters, weird places, strange interactions, and again, these are based on books, so you know the plots are going to be good. So basically, what the books focus on is this character called Dirk Gently, who's a holistic detective, and his assistant Todd. They go on fantasy adventures, meet a lot of people, go on these crazy fantasy journeys, and have a lot of fun. One drawback of starting the show right now is that it's already cancelled. Yeah, due to major lack of proper audience base, only after 2 seasons Netflix had to cancel the show. But hey, those 2 seasons are definitely worth something checking out because they are some awesome sci-fi fantasy stories.
Everything is connected. Nothing is also connected.
The next 2 shows in our list are actually anthology series, just like Black Mirror. And guys, if you haven't watched Black Mirror yet, please go and watch Black Mirror. It's really good. So basically, an anthology series is a show that in each episode focuses on new characters and entirely new stories. And often they have particular themes. For example, Black Mirror has a theme of futuristic technologies. So guys, that brings us to the next show in our list, the awesome anthology series called Easy. Now, Easy has a theme of modern romances or modern relationships. So each story or each episode focuses on these particular characters, entirely fresh characters, often couples that are faced with a particular problem or a particular challenge in life. Now, Easy doesn't always give solutions to the problem because it just wants to say that in life, not everything needs a solution. Some things just happen because they need to happen. And I would like to preface by saying that this show is definitely not for everyone. So if you're into slow, character-based dramas like Marriage Story, then check Easy out. But in any case, Easy, with its awesome direction and solid acting, is definitely at least worth checking out.
If I was doing less laundry and less dishes, we would be having more sex.
It's not our fault if you feel emasculated.
Exactly. But you're saying that the women are less likely to want to fuck the guy if they're making more money. Bam!
No.
Okay.
That brings us to the next show in our list, this crazy animated anthology called Love, Death and Robots. Now, this show has a 8.5 IMDb rating right now, and take my word for it, it's the craziest show you'll find out there. So its episodes usually include sci-fi and fantasy, but they often also include comedy or horror comedy, and they always include craziness. For example, take this. One of the episodes in the show has the plot, what would happen if super intelligent yogurts tried to take over the world? As I said, it's crazy. I would like to say, if you're someone who likes shows like Rick and Morty or Futurama, or is highly into anime, then this show is definitely for you. Go and check it out. And that brings us to number 1, my personal favorite on this list. A Spanish Netflix original movie called The Platform. Mind-boggling. If you see this movie and you're able to eat properly that night, I don't know how to tell you, you're not a human being. It's basically a sci-fi gore thriller. And so here's the plot, okay? I don't want to reveal too much because I want you guys to actually go and see it and experience it for the first time on your own. But imagine this, okay? A vertical prison, and there's this platform with tons and tons of food on it, and it comes down one level by one level. Now what happens is, on the top level, all the people are well fed because they have a lot of food to go by. But because they eat more than they're supposed to or more than they need to, the people in the bottom have to starve. So this film handles a lot of social questions, it deals with a lot of human psychology, and is one of the best films I've seen this year till now. It's a must watch. Go to Netflix and watch it right now. Otherwise, I don't know why you won't watch this video.
¿Y usted sabe en qué consiste esto del hoyo? Obvio. ¿Comer? ¿Qué vamos a comer? Lo que le sobra a los de arriba.
Guys, so that brings us to the end of the list. And this video was very fun to shoot. But I'm sure that I missed out on a lot of movies and a lot of shows because there's just so many. So if you have any recommendations, make sure you leave them down in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up and share it with someone who might actually need recommendations. If you love movies and shows and all that kinds of good stuff, make sure you subscribe to my channel, This Vivian. Also, follow me on Instagram at ThereIsThisVivian. And most importantly, happy binging.